Yo, 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 what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? We're back once more with another daily Casper and crypto live stream, and the blood is most definitely in the water today. We can see right now Bitcoin has seemingly lost, or is losing, that key level of support at 92k, currently now valued at $91,670. Bitcoin may make a recovery right now. We can see it does seem to be a level of support in and around this region here, but if Bitcoin continues to go down, we could end up seeing a bit more longs liquidated in the market. As a result, the whole market right now is red, apart from Ultra here, but everything right now is dumping. Ethereum almost back down to 3k, XRP currently down to $2.20, and Casper is once more starting to make another test at level of support around the 11 cents zone. I suspect if we lose this current level of support for Bitcoin, we may also see it come down for Casper as well. Time will tell. I'll get into a lot more in this stream. The good news around Casper as a whole, which is not just 10 BPS developments, smart contract talk as well, and much more big catalysts coming for Casper. Also, AI in the form of, Twitter's Grok seems to believe that Casper will do much better than the likes of Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum, and outperform them in the future, which I think is extremely bullish, and I understand why, and I'll get into why, of course, in this stream. Ultimately, the reason why the market is correcting is due to information that I'm going to showcase later on in this stream about the Fed report job data coming out tomorrow. Right now, we're seeing quite a lot of negativity right now in regards to the inflation being at our unparamount levels right now, especially in America, and as a result, therefore, the job data coming out could end up adding more to the growing FUD in the community. What's up, Greg? Welcome back to the stream. I have an idea. When the US government wants to sell the Silk Road Bitcoin, give Michael Saylor a call for an over-the-counter buy. Yeah, I agree completely. In fact, there is a post about that as well, which I'll get into in a moment, about how the Department of Justice cleared to sell $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin from seed Silk Road assets, which is actually insane. Very, very nuts. And it's once more quite convenient, if you will, that they be given the green light to do this 2 weeks or less than that now, 11 days before Donald Trump takes office, who vowed he would never sell. So maybe they're trying to flush out as much as they can, making Donald Trump's job as hard as possible. Again, time will tell. Are we primed up for a momentum swing? Apologies. Tough to say, Ben. Tough to say. I would hope so, but again, I think we're gonna definitely find out tomorrow. I think that's when we're going to see a lot of the market trajectory is going to be determined tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. Ultimately, my stance is still, if we do see a correction, maybe we'll see quite a heavy one, maybe down to 85k sort of low zone, maybe a little bit more. Again, time will tell. But the long-standing outcome of this market is, for me, still up, up, up. So, should we get more corrections? Fine. That's going to be a big indicator for me personally. Not saying you should do it, not financial, but for me personally, to add more to my crypto portfolio, as I believe there will be a reversal and price pump as soon as Trump gets in office. Because again, highlighting a video that I did post and showcase on my stream with what's his name, Mike Johnson, the new Speaker of the House, where he stated that they'll be implementing Trump's agendas for crypto and everything else's policies immediately. They're working on it right now. So in 11 days time, we should see a lot of these pro crypto laws and other pro laws that Trump's trying to implement come out very, very soon. Thing is that AI believes what it reads. Yeah, I do agree with you. Again, when I talk about it, I highlight the post. I'm not going to say yes. What AI is it's computer learning. At least the way AI is right now. So when AI is making the statement or making the comment that Casper is better than Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, it's based off what it's been reading online, which the current sentiment online is that Casper is going to be this future next generation of cryptocurrency, which I still believe so, and I do believe that Casper in due time can outperform in regards to has better use case than the likes of Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum. If Bitcoin is only going to be a store of value, Ethereum is going to fall off anyways because it's just expensive. And when a better platform for smart contracts come out, it should overtake Ethereum. XRP, I think, will also get overtaken because it's centralized. But again, that's my own prediction, not financial advice. Do have trade at your own discretion. What's up, Crazy World? Welcome back to the stream, my man. If we want to go higher, we had to have had this liquidation and shakeout. The fear greed index is at 50, which I think is a great sign. I mean, yes, ultimately, markets are never just green hills, right? You have some ups, you have some downs. Right now, we're getting a final shakeout, in my belief, because we're going to end up seeing a reversal. And there's still a lot of belief the market will pump higher. If you look at information like this, the CBBI here, we're at 78, which, you know, typically when you get to the high 90s, 95 plus, that's when the market is determined to be overheated, and then you've got to start looking to try and take exits and, you know, start taking profits and whatnot. We have got a lot more room to run, so I'm not remotely worried right now. And equally, you can see the liquidation heat map here, equally is just cool. It's been like that for a month now. We've been seeing, like, basically we're not overheated at all. So again, we're going through a small correction. Even then, this quote unquote small correction is arguably just been a consolidation for the past 3 weeks here. We just stayed around this zone for the past 3 weeks. We haven't seen anything below 92k Bitcoin since the 19th of November. So this is actually, you know, if we see it come down, okay, I expect it's possible. Again, depends on the market sentiment. I think it's possible, but I think it will be coming down. Maybe worst case, probably come down to the 74k level again. But even then, I think that's a bit excessive. And then we'll just come back up again. I think we're still in the final shakeout, as Magnus says here as well. The reason I ask is because I want some momentum either way, so I can go long or short. Well, I get that, Ben. I really, really do. Ultimately, we'll find out very, very soon. Tomorrow will be a crucial indicator. Right now, the market is correcting in the anticipation that we're going to probably see the report come out tomorrow that may end up portraying a negative sentiment and more FUD in the market. So potentially we could go lower, but again, it's tough to say right now. It's tough to say. I know me myself, that the trader we have in my Patreon, my executive community, he is also mentioned about this in the executive page. People who are part of it know what his thoughts are, and he's saying similar things. We're going to wait till tomorrow, but of course we'll be deciding our strategies from here. He did actually say when Bitcoin got down to 100k, started to retrace again, that it would be a good idea to probably short it to 92k, and once more he was correct. So again, shout out to C Crypto, the executives who did short at the time would have made a profit, so that's very, very big. And of course tomorrow will be a, you know, a very decisive day for where the market's going to go in the, you know, next week at least, I believe. But that being said, let's get into the content of today's stream. So we've got this first post here from Casper Guru reposting what 3D Rudy put it here, which is, well, one word of replies only: Casper is better than Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. Now that is quite insane, considering this is coming from Grok 2, which is Twitter's AI software. So, and that's not the only proof we have in regards to, you got this from Saint. Grok chooses Casper over Bitcoin, Solana as well, and XRP to invest in, with the goal of maximizing profits over the next 4 months. So not even, you know, not even as a lifelong thing, which is how I'm holding Casper for my, you know, for the foreseeable future. He's talking in the next 4 months. And again, if you think about it, I don't think that's too far-fetched either. In returns, in regards to ROI, because it also appears here, Grok expects Casper to be listed on Binance February 2025, so next month, potentially. Again, AI takes it based off information it finds online. So again, you can't always trust AI. But the reason I want to highlight this is for 2 factors. Binance February next month, I think it's possible. I'm hoping this month, but again, time will tell, but I think it's possible. Casper to overtake, to, you know, have better ROI, return on investment, than Bitcoin, Solana and XRP, for me is very, very doable, because Casper is extremely undervalued. 63.8%, currently down to 11.198 cents. In the next 4 months, you will see 10 BPS come out onto the mainnet. You'll most likely see a Binance listing as well. You're going to have the INA-TBA. They're going to be holding their Global Forum Award ceremony in Brussels on the 29th of January this month, so 20 days from now. That could end up being big for Casper if they win it. You'll have many more. You might even have stablecoins coming out by that point, because stablecoins, people thought you need to have smart contracts for them, but actually you don't. When I covered the post again yesterday, I didn't cover it in enough detail, but you saw the post here. Oyster Lee put it here, and someone asked in the comments, I thought you needed stablecoins to do so. How the possible about smart contracts? It's based on a new feature of KRC20. So KRC20 actually can inherently do that as well, which is, again, very big. So you get stablecoins coming out soon, and then smart contracts, when they come out, will just probably level up everything else to the next stage. So yeah, in the next 4 months, you'll most definitely see, in my belief, 10 BPS, highly likely see Binance as well, and you may even see stablecoins come out before smart contracts as well. Now, those 3 catalysts alone, which for me are all quite likely, especially the first 2, from where Kaspa values at right now, I think there's a good possibility that Kaspa should hopefully rally to at least all-time highs. From where it's at right now, how undervalued it's been for such a long time, I think we can see at least return to all-time highs. That's a 2x almost from here. In the 4 months period, can XRP jump to basically $5 or even $4.40? Can Ethereum jump to 6k? Can Bitcoin jump to 180k? Can Solana, wherever Solana's valued at right now, go from 91 billion market cap, 188, can it go to $376? So purely based off an ROI perspective, I think in the next 4 months, Kaspa is a better choice than the likes of Bitcoin, Solana, and XRP, based on how undervalued it is and everything else is already currently near its top. Of course, they still got to rally a lot higher. They've got VC back in there. Bitcoin and Ethereum have ETFs, and you're likely to get XRP and Solana ETFs coming out very, very soon. Kaspa will, if they do get it, will be very, very late. But I think Kaspa, in terms of ROI, does have a better chance of making better gains in the next 4 months, and that's inherently what the AI is also suggesting here as well, which I think is very, very cool personally. But again, do your own research. But there's a lot more reason why I think Kaspa going to do very, very well. Binance has a payout in rewards coming on miners in their pool. They have to the 10th of February to distribute these rewards. They will most likely list Kaspa on the exchange at the same time. Yeah, that's the current thesis that's being spread around the community as well, that Binance are distributing it to their funding wallets. And typically speaking, a funding wallet is only possible if they're integrated with Kaspa for a spot listing. That's why there's a lot of belief right now it will be the 10th of February or before that. But again, we'll have to wait and see. I'm very optimistic it will be before that, but again, we'll have to wait and see. But I also did state in a video that I made about, I think 5-6 days ago now? Yeah, 5 days ago right here, that this could be the biggest month for Kaspa because we're going to have the INATBA award ceremony, which they have nominated Kaspa for being the most exciting DeFi solution of 2025. And should they win, that means they're going to be giving Kaspa a global forum to be in contact with policymakers and regulators. And with Trump coming into power, how influential that will be. Regulations for Kaspa. Therefore, getting it more trust and getting its name out there would be absolutely huge. And then with that, potentially major catalyst of regulatory clarity, which it already does have, is a thermal proof of work, but actually having that from a regulatory body. I think that will also be very, very big to also incentivize exchanges to launch Kaspa as well, knowing therefore that it is trusted. They have to understand the technology behind it, a block DAG, but they'll know that it's trusted. So again, I think that could be a big catalyst should they win. Of course, we have to wait and see. You've got 20 days to find out, but I'm optimistic about it. And yes, equally, people don't understand how close 10th February actually is. And it's 11 cents. Yeah, that's only a month away. It's literally 1 month away. 31 days away. Maybe 32 days. I'm not doing the maths too quickly. I think it's 32 days away. That's not far off at all. Considering how quickly the space is going to rally, Donald Trump's inauguration is 11 days away. We might see negative price movement for the next, week or so, depending on tomorrow's job data. But on the long-term side of things, for the next month following that, I likely believe we'll start seeing a reversal in the market. Again, not financial advice, so we have to wait and see. And then going into the rest of the cycle, going more into Q1, potentially Q2, whatever the cycle top is, we're going to see a lot higher highs. Bitcoin for me still reaches at least 125, 130k, most of 150k. But again, we're seeing many sources that I am going to be disclosing privately to those who are part of the executive page to showcase how much money is going to come into this space and what we could expect potentially in this cycle. So you want to go, if you want to find out, then by all means go and check it out. Link in the description. Check out my homepage. There's currently a 7-day free trial. Those ones just getting a feel for things out there. If you like what you see, then by all means come sign up. We welcome you there. And equally, if you want to have a server to just chill, chat, and learn more about crypto and Kaspa, then again, free Discord server, also on my homepage. Description also in the chat as well right now. Continuation though, once more from Saint. Kaspa equally is pictured alongside the likes of 3 top coins on market cap, being Ethereum, USDT Tether, and Bitcoin. Kaspa the only other one, which is also crazy. Of course, Tangent and Kaspa are very closely partnered, but again, why? Why Kaspa in particular? Maybe they know something we don't. And again, I think it's because, and look, even then, Tangent replied to that, which I think is very, very cool. Like, respect to Saint. Saint's not a massive channel either. That's massive props to him. You know? I think that's, again, Tantrum evidently knows something about Kaspa. That's why they support Kaspa. And they support Kaspa for multiple reasons. One, like this. So I made a post not too long ago about how the more he dives into smart contracts on how they'll work for Kaspa, the more he realizes how unique they're going to be. Kaspa is just straight up voodoo. It's crazy the stuff they're trying to build right now. And this is why Kaspa is worth holding for the next 5 to 10 years. This cycle, sure, I think it's going to do great gains. Even people who have been flooding it, like Crypto John, still thinks it's going to make a 10x from here at least. So still decent gains from here, but for the long term, 5-10 years, cycles to come, if we do still have cycles by that point, Kaspa's going to have so many revolutionary pieces of tech coming out that will increase its adoption and therefore likely increase its price as well. Not to mention KRI again. KRI is going to be a market maker for Kaspa, getting its name out there as well. And I actually have updates here from Kaspa. So Kaspa research here. I've not looked through all of this. I spent more time doing so. Fees and Throughput Regulation Dynamics by Son Polinsky, our founder here. Always be talking about crucial elements towards smart contracts. How does layer 1 ensure quality of service QoS for urgent L2 transactions? And how do you regulate throughput by an L1 which is unaware of the computational cost on L2? So that's what Kaspa's goal is right now. Because right now all smart contracts are built on top of layer 2s, to my knowledge. Kaspa's trying to do a layer 1.5, it's trying to be compatible with other chains. Kaspa's trying to make a central hub for all crypto blockchain platforms. And that's why it's staying on layer 1. So they got to try and find a way to make sure that layer 1 can still talk to and interact with layer 2s and still remain decentralized. Again, it's a tall task, but Kaspa are the ones trying to do it, and I think they will. You've got people like Michael Sun here talking about what's coming to Kaspa. For example, another piece of L1, L2 design puzzle written by Son Polinsky. I'm going to come into this in more detail at some point, probably in tomorrow's stream when I have the time to look through it. I was a bit rushed to get, that's why the stream was so late today. But yeah, also we talk about how you can regulate them and how to ensure this sort of stuff. And the answer lies in the simple conception of gas commitment, which forms an agreement between users and the L2, which is considered binding an L1. So ultimately, it'll come down to the gas commitment, the understanding of how much money you pay between the users and the L2 will also will determine how you can regulate it, how to ensure quality of service. And jokes aside, we need to post a zoomed in update focusing on the last step of Crescendo Roadmap. So also on top of smart contracts, smart contracts also stating right now that we are pretty much nearing the end game of 10 BPS. Now, I believe there was a video released recently by Casper Silver where he highlighted himself talking about how we are getting near to the end of the development stage. So we're going to be now focusing on the hard fork version. So that means we'll see the hard fork version coming very, very soon. And that'll be very, very big, because that'll be what most of us have been waiting for ages for Kaspa, 10 BPS. But then after that, you'll have probably a month or two of them making sure it works properly, hard fork version, and then they'll integrate it and migrate it to the mainnet. And when that happens, you'll see this be all grey, or whatever the color scheme is today. It'll be all 0.15.1, all of this being the Rust. Because some of these people are still mining on the old system. So it'll be all on the new mining share node, all on Rust, which would be very, very bullish indeed. So we are thinking of putting an all-nighter. Again, more and more research talking about developments towards smart contracts. So while Kaspa's taken a while to build things, they are building. And again, smart contracts are going to be absolutely revolutionary for Kaspa, straight up voodoo. Many people don't understand it. Even now, for me, I still understand a very, very small amount of it. The basis that I understand of smart contracts, if I can get it, I'll just quickly find the post where I made about it. Because I was basically talking about Son Polinsky's, this research paper from Son Polinsky here. It's just one of many he's put out, but he's just basically talking about atomic possibility and other considerations for L1 and L2. And all in all, it's just talking about how the fact that, smart contracts for Kaspa will have a massive advantage over every other blockchain because of its architecture, because it's faster, being the 10 BPS, so it's got to diversify to L2, and it therefore it's more secure and then also more efficient for smart contracts. That's a very, very, newbie way of explaining it. But otherwise, that there's a lot. There's a lot more intricate stuff to understand about it. I'll be trying to look into more and more as time goes on. And smart contract will change Casper, like, to make it, to my belief, the most dominant chain in the space. Dumb question, what happened on the 10th of February? Basically, the Binance mining, well, Binance right now have a mining pool incentive, where they're telling their users, mine Bitcoin or Casper in our mining pools, and you'll be rewarded 88,000 Casper out of an additional pool. So once the 10th of February is finished, so once the 27th of January this month's finished, then Binance have 2 weeks to dish out the rewards to the users. And so therefore till the 10th of February, but therefore there's belief that, they're going to be distributing it to the users on their funding wallets, but the funding wallet's only possible if there's a spot listing for Casper. That's the belief. So therefore, the date's being thrown around that on the 10th of February. Before that, Binance will have to list Casper spot. That's the ultimate. That's basically that's being talked about right now. It'll be listed before, I believe. I hope as well. I do hope as well. Casper is holding strong right now. It is holding strong, and I think Casper, again, could be wrong, but I'm hoping, and I believe Casper will probably hold strong at this level for the rest of the day, unless Bitcoin goes through another heavy correction. But I think Casper will hold at this level by the end of the day. But then tomorrow, which I'll get into in a moment, when we get this job report data stuff coming out, that will be a determining factor of where Casper goes from here, and Bitcoin in particular as well. Can I secure Casper with a ledger? I believe you can. I think you can have Casper on ledger right now. I just saw something not long ago about how Ledger Live for desktops will be coming with Casper very, very soon as well. But I think you can secure Casper with ledgers right now, if not very, very soon. Stay strong, guys. Just another month to go. Almost there. Hold on for dear life. Your Casper with a strong grip. Our patience will be greatly rewarded. I completely agree with you, my man. Completely agree. Or my madam. Apologies. But yeah, ultimately a lot more coming to Casper. Again, talking about 10 BPS here. Casper posted that we're eagerly anticipating crescendo and 10 BPS on the mainnet. Let's celebrate our 1 whole year of 100% uptime for testnet 11. That is something that little to no project in this space can attest to. I think the only other project, to my knowledge, that has had 100% uptime is Algorand, and I may be wrong. I know in my free Discord community, one of my mods, Casper God, he actually is an Algorand holder. He's actually got a bigger bag than Algorand. Shout out to Matt Man. And he has a lot more knowledge than I do on Algorand. But to my knowledge, every platform, no matter what it is, XRPs, Ethereums, Solanas, even Bitcoins from time, every platform's had some downtime. And Casper, while it's not been properly tested on the mainnet yet, so far since a year since its launch of testnet 11 with 10 BPS, they have not gone down once. That is a huge deal, and make no mistake, institutions and developers, when they understand the significance, they understand the significance of that. When they realize that, and they see this, and they see that how Casper is able to mine over 317 million blocks and not go down and be at 10 BPS, if Casper can still withhold this sort of like production on the mainnet, and if anything, it'll probably increase because they'll have more adoption on the mainnet than opposed to the testnet, that will get institutions very eager to jump on Casper. Very, very eager. And again, one big announcement also comes to Casper, as I mentioned, stablecoins. So you had this post here, USDX. Now, again, from what I've heard, that may just be a placeholder, not the actual name of a stablecoin, but just a placeholder, USDX. But you're seeing people are now testing stablecoins on Casper, which again is very, very cool. And that's based on this, again, stuff that's coming from KRC20. It's not actually smart contracts or that's needed yet. The new operations coming out to KRC20 allows stablecoins on Casper. And should they get this out again, I showed you in the past from documents from Harvard, documents from JP Morgan, documents from other institutional investors, from vice presidents, and all these massive figures talking about the importance. Citibank as well talk about the importance of stablecoins. Such a prevalent. Even like Ripple's president Monica Long and even the CEO Brad Garlinghouse also inherently talked about the importance of stablecoins. Hence why they launched the RUSD Ripple stablecoin. Stablecoins for Casper will equally be very, very big, and people will understand that because, or again, it being 10 BPS, being very fast, very cheap. If they can make it online soon enough, and get a tier 1 before February. Otherwise, Kaspa won't go more than 50. Again, potentially, but it's tough to say. It's tough to say because if you're gonna make an argument of that, again, apples and oranges. Solana's not the same project as Kaspa, but look at this. For example, Solana last cycle, it went from 11 bill market cap on the 12th of August. 15 days later, 21 bill. And this is in August, ending in November, from 10 to 70 bill. Well, the premise of this point here for Solana being is, if Kaspa does not do well or get that before February, you might see a slower price move. But look at how explosive projects can jump in value. There's nothing determining that Kaspa will not pump. A lot of its major announcements are coming out later on in the cycle. Maybe late to the cycle. Maybe it misses the cycle. I can't say for sure because I don't know when the market top's going to be. No one knows. All I can do is do my research constantly and look at information like this to help for me to determine where the top's going to be. But there's nothing guaranteeing that Kaspa is not going to go through a sort of volatile pump similar to this, where, again, it's so undervalued right now, being at only 11 cents, that it could very well jump to 30 cents straight away. If you look in accordance to the hash rate, according to Kaspalytics here, which obviously has come down recently actually, which has been not the best thing to see, but it seems to make a recovery quite quickly anyways now. The hash rate says that we should be in and around 30 cents right now. So you can see potentially, with some momentum, a quick flip for Kaspa to jump up to 30 cents. Again, not financial advice. The whole premise of me respectfully, debating your point is, while yes, Kaspa may be late, we're going to see so much money coming in very soon through Donald Trump's inauguration, likely. And we've seen projects in the past, in their first bull cycle, have, outrageous pumps very, very quickly. So why couldn't Kaspa do the same when Kaspa's so undervalued right now? Just food for thought. And with them, again, releasing what they're releasing right now, which we can see here, stablecoins coming out very, very soon. Smart contracts coming out in the summer. 10 BPS coming out on the mainnet in likely next 2-3 months. Although, again, from what I've heard, potentially we could see it be delayed a little bit, which I wouldn't be too surprised about, truth be told. But you're going to have to wait and see. But there's still so much FOMO for Kaspa. Even that is priced so undervalued. People are frustrated with the price right now. But people are now under the impression that Kaspa's still going to do well. It's just going to take a while, type of thing. But people still believe Kaspa's going to do well. Maybe they're not going to do as well if they wanted to in the cycle, which people were originally saying $5, $10, $20, $30 Kaspa, which I always reiterated that I think $5 is possible. I think $10 is a bit much, but I don't see why not. Anything above $10 I think is way too moon boy, and since the market has been where it's at, I've cut back my projections a little bit, but even then it's not changed much. I just said now that $2 my conservative, which is all my conservative, $2 is likely, and then $4 to $5 is what I wanted to hit. But again, if it doesn't hit that, so be it. That's a $100 to $125 billion market cap. That's quite a lot. We're only sitting at 3 right now, and anything above $5 I think is a bit moon boy for the cycle. But it does depend. Depends on where crypto. If Bitcoin reaches 200k, then yeah, sure. But it depends on Bitcoin as well. But Kaspa will definitely make some significant gains this cycle. I mean, I still believe you can see a 20x from here. Based on what's coming out. We're seeing more miners coming out, as Christian Lubbock highlights here, which is very, very cool. Kas Media here made a post about how Change Finance is offering a fiat on-ramp purchase for Kaspa. So we're seeing more access to Kaspa as well. Again, AI is talking about Kaspa being a big performer in the cycle, outperforming Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. And you've got smart contract talk, which is going to be ramping up more and more, especially once we've finished the 10 BPS hard fork. Once this is done, the development of smart contracts are going to also ramp up to the next level as well, because right now the developers are focusing on both. Crypto aspects the main drive for smart contracts, while Simplicity I'm sure is working on here, there, and everywhere. But once you see 10 BPS done with, you'll see the shift of the focus go to smart contracts. And that'll be very, very big. Kaspa is extremely undervalued right now, 100%. It will go to $5, $10. I mean, if it does, that'd be fantastic. But again, I think I'm more looking between 2 and 5. That's where I hope it to be. I did see a post from the Crypto Gem Insider or something like that, who's known to be quite a notorious trader, who stated that a $5 Kaspa is bullish, which I think is. So again, my prediction still stays the same, around 2 to 5. Crypto Love posted Kaspa video today, OG. I have not seen that Cyril gang, but I'll have a look at it when the stream's done in my off time basically, before I go to bed tonight. Kaspa will be king one day for sure. I believe so as well. Crypto love posting is good news. Has 250k. I mean, yeah, ultimately you're seeing more and more massive content creators therefore talking about Kaspa. Crypto love, altcoin daily. You've seen the Coin Bureau talk about it, although recently it was kind of negative, talking about there being token unlocks that aren't token unlocked for a fair launch. But even then, you're seeing more and more adoption coming to Kaspa through major content creators. That's a sign that Kaspa by no means is dead. The hash rate's come down a little bit, which is a bit unfortunate, but equally, if you have a look at the holders right now, they're still staying quite high, to my knowledge, in and around 580k. Yeah, 580k still. You have one new... Okay, there you go, Gate. Gate's finally become an Aquaman. And equally, look, that again. This wallet here is speculated to be Binance's wallet. Added like, what? I think 5 mil or something yesterday. Added 11... 12, about 13 mil Kaspa yesterday, and now added another 2 today. The potential Binance wallet. So we're seeing more and more money flood into this wallet, and it's starting to ramp up a little bit more so now, just as the Binance mining pool incentive is about to come to an end. Again, maybe it's a coincidence, but we're seeing it ramp up more and more. The Binance thing I think will be very, very big for Kaspa, and you're still seeing for the most part just green all around. That's why I'm not focusing on short-term price action for Kaspa. I'm looking long-term. Based on all this sort of stuff here, that's just a very brief summary of everything that I'm coming to Kaspa, and I think it's going to do very, very well. And in regards to crypto as a whole, even yes, despite crypto's current path and its negative price action and its liquidation event, I still think we're seeing a lot more coming. Look, Mark Cuban, the billionaire, says that he'd rather own Bitcoin than gold if something bad happened to the economy. Makes sense. It could have more value, very big. That's not all though. You've got Cointelegraph here, making a post of what war's happening. Today, MasterCard launches crypto credential in United Arab Emirates, Dubai, and Kazakhstan, simplifying blockchain transactions with secure aliases and expanding crypto accessibility in the EMEA region. So once more, crypto adoption is going worldwide with a mainstream payment provider, MasterCard. Then you got here from Dr. Martin Heisberg, Uphold's Director of Research, highlighting that another company has recently acquired $1 million worth of Bitcoin. So we're seeing more and more companies, slowly but surely, TradeFi companies start to adopt crypto, Bitcoin, and this new innovation of technology. And then the cherry on top is good. Elena Terra here says, credit industry awaits Trump's new CFTC chair pick. So this could, again, right, so far every pick Donald Trump's utilized have been pro-crypto. Paul Atkins, new SEC chairman, pro-crypto. You have Mike Johnson, who is the new Speaker of the House, who's pro-crypto. You have Mike Flood, who's also pro-crypto, who is Donald Trump's crypto czar. Everyone that Trump's appointed so far in the big spaces have been pro-crypto. In the massive, front-running spaces of SEC, Speaker of the House, it's all very, very big news for crypto where it's going to go. Now, in regards to the market right now, again, being sort of negative light, we know tomorrow we will find out the job report data. So that's going to be something we're going to be looking out for. Depending on what's released right now, we'll see the market adjust accordingly. We have to see a very, very high inflation right now. So that's why the market's kind of, struggling, if you will. And right now, the report's expected to show hiring slowdown and steady unemployment rate, which that would be... I think that would probably be good, in the sense that if the unemployment's rising higher and higher, that's a sign the Fed needs to cut rates to combat that. But right now we're in a very, very weird predicament where, without a better choice of words, we're kind of screwed. And what I mean by that is the Fed unemployment rate is, or at least the job unemployment rate in America is rallying higher and higher. The way to combat that is to cut rates. But inflation is also rallying higher and higher, as highlighted in this post here. This is actually job data here, but it's running higher and higher. So the only way to combat rising inflation is to raise rates. So if the unemployment data comes through and ends up being, good in the sense of, it's not being as bad as people would expect it to be, that will probably cause the market to go down further, because it will confirm, quote unquote confirm, therefore, that we will not be getting more rate cuts in the very near future. If they are very, very bad and a lot worse than expected, which again we'll have to wait and see what tomorrow says, then that could incentivize the Fed to be like, okay, no, we've got to cut rates. We've got to cut rates. Despite inflation, we have to do it. We can see right now from Kobe's letter what's happening to US construction jobs. Construction jobs opening dropped 178,000 year over year in November to 276,000, near the lowest since 2020, which was when COVID was. How can unemployment be nearly as bad as COVID? That is ridiculous. This marks the second largest decline in the century. Available construction vacancies have now fallen for 8 straight months. Additionally, US residential units under construction plummeted 14.8%, the biggest drop in 13 years. So construction unemployment is likely sharply declining in the coming months, so now all eyes on tomorrow's job reports. This will determine the direction of the market. And that will either cause Bitcoin to most likely shoot below and correct further, putting it onto this level of support down here, or even around here. Again, we'll have to wait and see how severe it will be. I don't think it'll be too severe. Or actually, I don't think it'll be too... Either it won't be severe. So my theories are either it'll come down to around this level here, and around here, and then as Trump's about to get inaugurated, which is on the 20th, which is around here, it'll start running back up again. Or it'll do a massive flash crash type thing, and then come back up quite quickly. Crypto and Kaspa will follow in suit. Right now, it should do Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is like it's very much in a Bitcoin market. So whatever Bitcoin's doing right now, the market will follow. I think Kaspa will follow Bitcoin. Hopefully, I do pray Kaspa does not go below 11 cents. But again, if right now we're definitely in a Bitcoin market, so it's very possible. But equally, I think it would be a very temporary thing. I would be surprised if Kaspa does go below 10 cents. This level of support here. That seems to be a very, very... We've seen it on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 occasions where the wicks touched here. This zone here and then rebounded back up. And even back here as well. So 10 cents is a very, very strong level of support. So I think we will most likely hold that if we do go down further. But tomorrow will be a day to determine. For the bull one, I am more bullish on Velo protocol. I am buying every dip. I have heard of Velo. I'm not in Velo personally. So I'm not too well versed in what it's about. But I know there are also people in my community who are quite bullish on Velo as well. And from what I saw as well, from the chart, I thought, yeah, I mean, it did return to all-time highs at the, I think it was a, what was it, 30x from here or something like that? What was it? It might even be harder than that. No, it was 100x. It returned to all-time highs. About 70x or so, give or take. So yeah, I mean, if it does that, great. I'm not personally that bullish on Velo. I don't hold it. Nothing like, I'm not trying to throw any slander towards Velo. I just don't personally have any desire to get into it. I already have to. At this stage of the market right now, I'm pretty much just filling up my portfolio on projects I've already been holding that I think are going to do very, very well. So Kaspa, I already made money through XRP. I'll keep holding that. Sui, same thing. C, same thing. Desync as well. Other AI protocols. And then I'm also going to be trying to fill up my portfolio more and more in regards to other picks that I talk about here in the executive page. For example, one of them we got into recently. This one called MLG, which I found out about very, very well. I say early enough. I found it around 40 mil. And told my community I'm going to wait till 30 mil to get in. Came down to 20 mil, but got at 30 mil. And it then skyrocketed up here. And this project right now at 95 mil, I think will equally go higher because of the people behind it is the FaZe Banks people. And also Muraz part of the community. Whether you like him or not, he does seem to move projects. So I believe one can go higher. So that was quite a comfortable 5x. That happened in a day as well. So I'm basically making the profits through this sort of stuff. Picks that I put in my community amongst other information, like again, information that I only disclose to those people who want to be more locked in, of where you could potentially judge the market and whatnot, amongst every other thing I provide in there. And we made quite a bit of money so far. And the profit I put from that, I put into my longer term holdings, which some of them are AI infrastructure based, that I disclosed privately in there as well. And other ones are obviously Kaspa, which I think will do very, very well as well. We have many other picks as well. Talk about build in the past, which build right now is doing exceptionally well. It's come back up again. You know, I got into it down here. I took profits and I've been holding it the whole time, and it's come back up again. So again, might take out again very soon. We'll have to wait and see. And also, this is one of the earliest picks we put with Exo Cortex, which very early doors. We put in this one in our community on the 19th of December, so almost a month ago, and we made a 25x. Well, you could have made a 25x on that on very, very early. Which again, the sort of gains we see in that community so far have been very big amongst very, you know, what I believe to be very informative information that has helped me also judge the market sentiment of where the crypto market is going to potentially go. So you want to find out more, once more, links in the chat, description, also my YouTube homepage. And there's currently a 7-day free trial. So if you want to go to have a look and see what's about, by all means go for it. If you like what you see, then by all means we'll welcome you. And we do at some point in the future plan to increase the price. So if you were to get in at this price at right now, you'd be grandfathered in at this value and you'd never have to pay more. That's good to be... I believe it's got to be Binance Wallet as well. I think it makes sense because Binance is a big exchange. It'd have to have a lot of Kaspa in its holdings. So I believe it has to be. I would like to believe, again, there's no confirmation of such. This is definitely not. This is KuCoin. I know it's KuCoin. So therefore, this one has to be Binance in my belief. As long as Mexi has so much Kaspa won't make a positive move. That's not correct. Personally, it's not correct. I do agree Mexi has a lot of Kaspa, but that's not the case because when Binance launches Kaspa Spot, a lot of people, even Crazy wants to here, people will move off Mexi to go to Binance when it gets listed. That the double-edged sword of Binance. Binance is a massive exchange. You see more dollars coming to Kaspa, which is very, very big. The bad news though is botting on Binance is actually bigger. It's the biggest exchange. Look at that volume. That's that's all legit. There's bigger botting on Binance. So you'll likely see the manipulation of Kaspa and crypto, but Kaspa in particular, will shift likely from Mexi onto the Binance exchange. Now it's Binance, so you know it's good. It's better than Mexi, right? But you'll see a shift, and right now we can see the volume for the top exchanges has drastically fallen off. Bybit and BitGet, nothing there right now. Despite the volume being around 121 mil, it's not there at all. It's mainly at L-Bank, Gate, and Mexi. Gate, of course, is now an Aquaman, so they're being accumulated more and more. Mexi's still up there. They literally shifted wallets as well. This used to be the Aquaman wallet here for Mexi, and now they shifted it to this one. This wallet's been going down repeatedly. Today's market was closed, so that's why it's changed today, because of the presidential funeral. I mean, yeah, it is one of them ones. Like, today's market is bad predominantly again because of the growing concerns of the inflation being too high in America, and equally then the uncertainty of unemployment. That's the main drivers of the market's current, price, at least in my belief. I have to see what happens tomorrow. Brother, I believe in Kaspa, but when you say $2-5, you have to believe. I mean, again, I'm looking long term though. I'm not looking short term. If I'm looking immediate short term the next month, then yeah, maybe we'll see a 20-30 cents Kaspa in the next month or two, 20-30 cents Kaspa. But I do believe there's a possibility we could see a very, very quick rally based on the level of institutional adoption coming into the space. Binance listing, potentially OKX listing, maybe even a Coinbase listing again. We'll have to wait and see for that one. I'm not so sure about Coinbase. You've got multiple Tier 1 exchange listings, your potential ETFs for Kaspa, you already got ETPs. You've got potentially them winning the INATBA, giving them a global form of regulators. You might see ETFs therefore coming out. You already got ETPs. You'll see 10 BPS. You're going to see smart contracts. There's so many, and stablecoins as well, being the biggest driver of volume on exchanges. Stablecoins. There's so many incoming developments for Kaspa that does give it the honest opportunity, in my belief, to have a sort of Solana-like pump. I'm not comparing the two directly. They're different projects. Once the VC, the proof of stake, proof of work, they're different projects. But with what Kaspa's building, with the KIIs, with smart contracts coming out, the KII can also launch loads of their projects, from Asset Mint to Gigawatt stablecoin to the Warp Core, which is ISO 2022, which is the financial sector, what XRP is doing, to Olive Chain, to, there's so much Kaspa can launch, so much KI can launch when Kaspa gets smart contracts. They're happening in the summer. So with that, I think there's a possibility we can see a sort of very volatile, steep run. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I say it's a possibility of such, but I think it's a decent one. But either way, as highlighted in one of these posts here, my computer's lagging today. I apologize. That's why you keep seeing it taking so long to load. One of these, this post here. Yeah, this is why Kaspa, for me, like this man says here, is why I believe it's worth holding for the next 5, 10 plus years for what they are building. Exchanges won't let it fall. They are the top holders. True. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Jose. Just 1,000 Kaspa coins to say every week while the price is down. You'll be happy when the price takes off 100%, my man. I believe so as well. Crypto Lifer got 100,000 Kaspa. Damn. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a hell of a amount of Kaspa. Price can change, fundamentals don't. Price will catch up with the hash rate. 100%, Timbo. I do agree with that as well. You know, while the price is, struggling with Kaspa, and has done for... The thing is, people say Kaspa has been bad for a year. It's not technically true. People say that now because this is where we were in November of 2023, and now we're down here in 2025. But technically speaking, that's not a bad year for Kaspa. We were up here in August. We were fine. It's been a bad 4 or 5 months. That's the bad part. Otherwise, everyone was happy up here. No one complained up here. But because of how drastically the correction was for Kaspa, now it looks like it's been a bad year. But yeah, as it may, again, I'm not worried about the short-term price for Kaspa. I'm holding it long-term. I think it'll do very, very well in this cycle. And then multiple cycles to follow that as well. Can this be a setup for Kaspa? So many articles, charts speaking so bad about Kaspa, but Mao is mining the coins. Are the big players planning to flip the price to make big gains? It's a good question, Jose. It's a good question. Ultimately, the fodder Kaspa purely comes down to price. That's a lot of people, when they talk about crypto projects, as investors, of course, they solely focus on price. And while that's fair enough, and I get that much, Kaspa's had a very rough time for price. It's not like other projects, like for example, if Ethereum has bad price, they're not really building anything. So it's just bad price because it's bad price. Similarly to like Solana aren't really building anything either. If it's bad price, it's bad price. Kaspa is in its infancy of development. All Kaspa has is a 1 BPS platform and some memes underneath it. It's not got TIMPS out yet. It's not got smart contracts out yet, allowing more people to actually jump on board the platform. It's not got stablecoins on there yet. Kaspa has very little to offer right now. But a lot of what it's going to be able to offer is coming out in this year, in this cycle likely as well. This year, 2025, when all the big developments that makes Kaspa a more fully fledged layer 1 platform comes out this year. I think when that comes out, you'll see a lot of people who have been watching Kaspa quietly behind the scenes, who've been watching these sort of developments about smart contracts. When they start to come out, they'll actually start shifting to Kaspa. The KRI are meant to be market makers of Kaspa, and Roy O'Neill has already told major financial institutions who manage up to $40 trillion a year of customer assets that if you leave Ethereum and come to Kaspa, you'll save tens of millions of dollars on the gas fees alone. Not to mention how much you save on transaction fees and everything else and time. So yeah, for me, yes, the FUD is all unnecessary, I agree. It's only a matter of time. And yeah, I'll go and talk about this as well. Obviously, Department of Justice cleared to sell $6.5 billion worth of Bitcoin seized from the Silk Road assets. I'll have to wait and see what happens. But it's, again, quite interesting. They've been given the green light to do this before Trump gets in power, when Trump said he wouldn't do it. So again, we'll have to just wait and see what happens right now. It's a very difficult situation we're in right now in the market, in the sense of the short term. In the long term, it's never been more clear in my belief that we're going to go higher. And that's also true as well at OB Crypto. Tao's equally not performing the best as well right now, down to $437. Like, that's not the best for Tao. If anything, that's actually quite a good entry point for Tao, because Tao's AI, and as I have disclosed again in new machines and also in a lot more detail privately to those who are part of the executive page here, AI is going to be absolutely massive, absolutely game-changing. AI projects have where most of the gains have come from. The AI agents on the Solana on this page. AI agents have been the big factor. AI is going to be huge. And Tao is the biggest AI project, and that's currently down quite a lot. So Tao's one that I think is going to do very, very well, alongside many other smaller cap, but equally very, very prevalent AI projects. I love Desync. I think there are many others. I think Render's a decent one as well. There are other hidden picks that I've talked about in my community that I got into, like when they were around like 90 mil market cap, been holding it the whole time, and currently near 500 mil right now, and it's still rallying, and it will probably surpass 1 billion. AI agents doing very, very well. AI is going to be a very, very big factor. I hold Casper because I think its technology is unrivaled and it's got great longevity, and I hold AI because equally AI is just where everything is right now. Everything's going to AI. I saw that Marathon is in the bed with bid market makers. Yeah, well, Marathon have large shareholders, the likes of BlackRock's the biggest shareholder. I think like 14% or something like that. So yeah, ultimately, and the way you understand as well, the way that these companies work is they've got to do whatever they can't do anything like the say so of their shareholders. So if BlackRock says do this, Marathon will do it. Marathon can't do anything about BlackRock say so. So that's why Marathon mining Casper is such a big deal, because that's effectively that's them getting the green light from BlackRock to start mining Casper when they're a Bitcoin only mining company, at least they were. That's one factor I think that people don't understand as well, how big that actually is. How much Casper is acceptable about after 5-10 years? I mean, it depends on what you want, my man. I personally don't think you can ever have enough Casper. Depends how much you want. If Casper reaches, let's just say, 5-10 years, with it, by that point you'll probably see 5-10 years you'll probably see, I'd like to believe 50 you'll probably see 34 no 30, what am I talking about probably 27 billion mined, I think. I would say 27 billion mined 5-10 years. I'd imagine you see Casper probably in the, I think Casper could be worth high billions, maybe even a trillion market cap in 5-10 years, if the adoption really does take off the way it's suspected it's going to do, which I think it can do. We should therefore put Casper in and around, I'm trying to do the maths in my head, $15 to $30, which doesn't sound like drastic. I think Casper's going to do much higher than that in the future to come. But yeah, I think at least in the 5-10 years, 5 years, I'm more so thinking 5 years, I think you could see a $15 Casper potentially. That might be quite bullish, but again, it does depend on the level of adoption we get in this space, which again, from what I'm seeing from the infrastructure I'm looking at, this shift is going to be a very, very quick and drastic one. And I think when Casper has smart contracts, DAG night as well, 10 BPS, if not even 100 BPS, maybe by that point, smart contracts, stable coins, everything else, I think it's going to steal a lot of liquidity from other chains. It's going to be a very, very big deal. So in that regard then, $20 Casper, I mean, yeah, it depends how much you want to hold. Like if you want to hold 1,000 Casper, making it worth 20k, then fantastic. But it depends on you, like your own lot. I can't say what your situation is, so I can't tell you how much you need to hold. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to tell you how much you need to hold. Me, I'm going to keep building up more and more of my Casper holdings so I can have enough to just be able to live off. That's my goal. But it depends on what your lifestyle is like. Which AI would you pick from the ones you just mentioned? I've been eyeing up Tau lately. If the ones I've just mentioned, Tau I think is a very decent pick. It's the largest AI project. It's currently down quite a lot. So I think Tau's not a bad shout. Another pick that I love a lot is Desync. Currently also down quite a bit. I did mention Desync though, back at like 15 cents. Down here. I was talking about Desync. And obviously it's up here right now. I think Desync will do very well. The cycles will go much higher. The quote-unquote safest pick for me, I think, is Tau. And there are obviously many other projects that I have disclosed to those who are part of the executive page. Other AI projects I think will equally do extremely well this cycle, which might even have higher ROIs, but they have great fundamentals. So again, if you want to find out, by all means, 7-day free trial, go check it out. Link in the chat description, also on my YouTube homepage. We talk about a lot of stuff over there, from alpha information to good picks, whatever it may be. We're still going to be ramping up more and more as the cycle improves, and when Donald Trump gets inaugurated, the amount of opportunities to be making money and understanding more information is going to be, again, go to the next level. I'm at Casper Bag Goal. lately and looking to diversify a little now. Well, that's, again, massive props to you, Kas Kaspa Frogman. I love to hear that. I'm very, very happy for you to hit that bad goal. Diversification, I mean, it comes down to what you want to do. If you want to look, I think AI is a decent shout. I think AI's got a very, very strong play in it. So I think AI might be a good place to look into. But hitting your goal equally, massive congrats to you, my man. Along with Celestial and C. I mean, yeah, I don't know about some. I don't hold Celestial, but I do know it's a decent project. But I do hold C. I think C equally is underperforming right now. 37 cents. I think C equal will go much higher in the cycle. I think C can reach. I want to say at least $2-3 from here. I think C can reach that. You know, another decent L1. I think Kaspa's more superior than all of them, of course, but it's not proved itself yet. But I think C's a decent. I think C is like. Sui's meant to be like Solana. I think C's meant to be like Sui, but I think C's actually a bit better. Each parabolic pump lasts about 4 weeks. It can go from 50 billion over in this time as long as Binance is in play. XRP 100. Yeah, again, I mean, the difference is that XRP also has institutional backing and VC backing, that sort of stuff. But yeah, fundamentally speaking, this space can jump very, very quickly. Whilst Kaspa's done nothing for a very, very long time, if the adoption's there, when the time is right, Kaspa can jump very quickly, you know, jumping from 3 billion to 12 billion in the span of 2 weeks. It is possible. We saw this back here. Yes, it was smaller back here, but you saw it go from 5 cents to 15 cents in the span of 2 weeks. And that was without major listings, without as much adoption, with no institutions involved yet. So again, we could see, you know, history repeat itself. The same way you guys change your prediction from $5 to $2, you'll do the same next 10-year prediction. I mean, potentially, yeah. I mean, people have changed prediction quite a lot. Most people were a lot of people have actually said, you know, $2, $1 Kaspa. I had always stated that I believed that $4 or $5 Kaspa is achievable, but my conservative prediction was $2. That's not changed. I say more people are saying $1, $1.50. I still say $2 is a good price. But I still think $4 or $5, a 100 bill market cap Kaspa, while seemingly quite excessive, I don't think it's that unachievable. When you think about what Cardano's done, when you think about what Solana's done, and when you consider the international adoption coming to the space, I don't think it's that unachievable. I'm still seeing $2 as my conservative prediction. I've not changed mine. I've always said that $10 that people have been saying is too moonboy for me. While potentially possible, that's a 250 bill market cap. That's way too high for me. Market cap, to judge the price of a token, you've got to look at market cap. Market cap is the most important factor when you've got to try and understand how much the project will be worth. You can say, oh, Kaspa will hit $20, but $20 Kaspa is a 500 bill market cap. That's ridiculous. $500 billion market cap when Ethereum's not even there right now. It's ridiculous. So some predictions have been very, very wayward. Some content creators use it for the clicks, if you will. Which again, I guess respect the hustle, man. But I have always tried to remain quite conservative in my predictions, and I still think $2 is quite conservative. Kaspa's lost the hype. I mean, Kaspa has lost the hype to an extent, yes, because it's because people right now are so frustrated with the short-term price action or the last year. People are so focused on this section here they haven't focused about, and because everyone was so hooked up on what Kaspa did back here. Everyone was so focused on Kaspa what it did back here, and now it's done this for the last year. Everyone's now like, oh, it's just lost its hype now. When Kaspa starts launching all its stuff again, and therefore, in my belief, if I start rallying again, the hype will come back. Like, XRP had no hype for 4 or 5 years. And then it jumped up all the hype back to XRP again. It's just how the nature of the markets work. People are saying a $10 XRP the cycle, I think is a bit excessive. People are saying $25 XRP the cycle. People always have, if you make it, ultimately when you hear people make predictions, it shouldn't be someone telling you $25 XRP, $100 Kaspa, whatever it may be. You shouldn't take that as the holy grail. You shouldn't take that at face value. Because half the time, especially influencers, they use it as just a way to get clicks. You know, you should always try and look at it as a placeholder for you to understand why they're saying that, and then do your own research, and then also to use that to make your own trading strategies. If you listen to people blindly, that was going to end up, you know, potentially getting you screwed over. That's why, again, I made my own free community where everyone can come together to talk about crypto and Kaspa, of course, and learn more collectively together. And therefore, you can also have a place where you can openly disagree and debate. While you're not, you know, if you're trolling, then, you know, you're going to probably get some repercussions for that. But if you're trying to openly debate and talk about your views, then fine. We'll talk about it. We'll explain why we think this can't happen. And then those who want to actively know more about the crypto space, more insider information amongst other means as well, then you've got the executive page here, which we launched for the last 3 weeks. And again, so far, it's been very, very profitable. And we've got a 7-day free trial. Again, check it out if you want to. That's almost a 20x. I mean, yeah, 20x, $2 is still not bad. The hype is definitely, it's calmed down. That's because everyone who was hyped on Kaspa was because they were traders and loved the fact that Kaspa was so volatile, constantly going up and down and making insane gains very quickly. You saw a 3x here. You saw it do almost a 2x there. Saw it come back down again. You saw almost, another 2x there as well. So traders loved Kaspa because you could make, it was a decent infrastructure project that had a lot of very good gains. Now it's simmered down. All the traders hate it. All the investors love Kaspa. People who are holding Kaspa long term, they love it. They know what's coming for it. It's going to be very, very big. But the traders hate Kaspa because it's done nothing. That's the problem. It's the traders that don't like Kaspa right now. All the people who know what they're holding know what Kaspa's about. They're not worried about this sort of touch. They're not people who are not worried about Kaspa are also filling up more of their bags right now. They're happy the price is low. That's the difference right now. There's a big split between Kaspa community. Is those who are looking for short-term price action, who are not happy that the price they got in, you know, late, want to make a quick gain in the cycle, and you know the price is down, so they're very frustrated. They want to go back up again quickly to get out. That's all they're worried about. People who've been not even long-term holders, people who've been in it for a year, fine, but people who've even been recently, people who found Kaspa and know what it is they're holding, this like endgame L1 as they're calling it, they're not worried about this sort of low price action down here. They're filling up more at these prices because they do believe that when you have these big developments of smart contracts, of 10 BPS, of stablecoins, that is going to change this space. Kaspa is getting a serious asset consideration from Grayscale. Again, that's also true. That's why I think Grayscale ETFs could come up for Kaspa as well. Smart contracts coming out soon. I think AI and stablecoins on Kaspa network will be untouchable. I think Kaspa's network in general will be untouchable with 10 BPS. And when all the developments come out, I think it will all be. I say $5. I mean, $5 would be fantastic. Again, I'm more inclined to say 225. I'd be happy with anywhere between there. Even if it doesn't hit there, again, as this post highlights, holding Kaspa for the next 5-10 years. If Kaspa only reaches $1 this cycle, I'm still not worried. A 10x, fantastic. I take most of my profit out, DCA back in the bottom, and then start setting it up higher again. Somp did not say 2. Somp does not talk about price action. I think Kaspa can do $5 this run, hopefully. Ripple will crash from there. I disagree. Again, I could be wrong, but from what I know about a Trump inauguration, of what I know about XRP, and the fact that it's not even got ETFs yet, that are USD stablecoins only just been released, and they've got so much adoption in regards to institutions. XRP stabilized. It's centralized, so of course people don't like it. That's equally why I'd not put a big bag in XRP, but from what I know about XRP and how much adoption it has with massive FIs, I think it will rally further from here. Probably only a 2x, nothing crazy, but I think it will rally further from here. And then where it goes from there, again, we'll have to wait and see. It could be a very, very big asset in the United States because Trump's very, very pro-crypto. And equally, I saw a post recently about Ripple CEO and Cielo meeting with Trump on Monday night. So people are now speculating about that being a very, very big thing as well. But anyways, that being said, thank you everyone once more for watching today's stream. If you enjoyed the stream, as always, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. If you want to know about other crypto and market sentiments, then by all means go check out the free Discord server. Again, link in the chat, description, also my homepage, my YouTube channel. And if you want to actively learn how to make more, or be more locked in and maximize more from crypto, there's currently a 7-day free trial on my what page, where we're talking about more insider information that I've not disclosed, stuff like this, which not loading, but stuff like that I've not disclosed that I'll be putting there private for those people in there, amongst also trading information and much more. Then by all means go check that out again, links in the chat. But that being said, thank you all much more for watching. Have a good day, good evening, good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow, where we'll be talking about job data, so hopefully a very, very big time in the market. We'll see where the market goes from here.